Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Danganronpa V3 playthrough. Last time around, we had a mysterious double murder. Not only did Angie get murdered in her own ultimate lab, then they were conducting a seance in another room to try to speak with Angie. I don't know if the seance is really going to work or not, but we're supposed to speak with Angie from the afterlife to tell us who murdered her. And then it was, God, what's her name? The Aikido expert, I forgot her name already, got murdered during the seance ritual. And it looks like, at least initially from what we're seeing, someone had popped up from under the floorboards and murdered her from underneath. So what we're going to try to be figuring out here, obviously, Tenko, that was her name. Here she is, Tenko. What we're going to try to be figuring out, obviously, is who the hell did this? How did they pull it off? What is going on? Because it's a double murder. It's super confusing. And what's happened is Monokuma has returned. Basically, that other Monokuma we were seeing that looked like he was like messed up with patches of his body missing. Apparently, that was just a stand-in. He threw him out of here, and now Monokuma is back in charge. I think what we were about to ask Monokuma is what happens if there's two different murderers? How can you have a class trial for only one? So I think we're going to have our answer here in just a moment, okay? Good stuff. All right. Shout out to Fears and Dreams, who took me $3. Said, Phil, hope you're having a good weekend. Thank you, Fears and Dreams. I am. I'm having a great weekend. The streams have been great. You know, Resident Evil Village is actually exceeding my expectations. And people seem to be enjoying all the streams I'm putting out. And it's a good time so far this weekend, man. So I'm having a good one. I hope everyone else is enjoying everything as well. Thank you for the first tip of the night, sir. Carmen team, my mother lives on the east coast of the United States. How on earth do you think I'm supposed to visit her for Mother's Day tomorrow exactly? I'll be calling her, I'll have you know. Okay. Yes, Turtle Dude, there was a turtle in Resident Evil today. You missed it. You should go back and watch the videos. You'll see a nice big turtle. Alright. Are we ready? I hope so. Okay. So now that news is out of the way, what are you guys talking about? So here we go. I believe we're going to ask him what happens if there's two murderers. Can you have a class trial for two murderers or what the deal is? Let's get our answer.
Yeah.
That's right. What happens to your votes if there are two blackened candidates? There you go.
I'll answer that.
I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
Huh?
First come, first served?
Hey.
The blackened who killed the first victim to be discovered will be your target. So we're not going to be looking for who killed Tenko during the seance. We're going to be looking for who murdered Angie. Okay. Why would we be ignoring the second murderer? That's kind of weird. I wonder if there's some reasoning behind that. Geekroom just took me $3.30. It says, aside from Minecraft, would you say that games that are sandbox are your least favorite games? You know, no, because there's many sandbox games that I've absolutely enjoyed. Think about games like, I guess GTA would be considered. So you think there's different kind of sandbox games. There's sandbox games where there isn't an ongoing narrative, but they have a lot of open world content and a lot of side content. So you get lost in the sandbox. You know what I mean? You get lost in there doing a bunch of stuff. But then there's sandbox games that just don't have any actual set goal. It's just kill time, right? No, in general, I would say I actually like sandbox games. I would say that, you know. If you look at, in general, the games I played over the years, like GTA and stuff, those are great games. All right. Minecraft, I didn't think I would like. Ended up playing it for a year and a half. Right? I got really immersed in it. I ended up liking it so much that I had to get help to build these ginormous structures and stuff. That ended up being really neat. It was a really good accomplishment and it felt really awesome playing Minecraft, you know, almost every week for the viewers. But no, I would say I like them. I don't know why you would think, unless you have an example of like maybe sandbox games I don't like. I think I like them. Okay. All right. So Geekroom, you are currently the top tipper now. $3.30 tip. Okay. Everyone ready? All right, let's resume. Ooh, that hurt. Okay. So, the blackened who killed the first victim to be discovered is your target. All right. In other words, if the blackened who killed Angie isn't the same one who killed Tenko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blackened. Basically, Tenko's killer wasted a kill, and Tenko herself is a waste of a victim. I'll add this to the school regulations so you can review it later.
Go ahead.
I also updated the Monokuma file. Do your best to investigate the murder, this murder too. So that's messed up because maybe it was someone. I mean, we have no idea who murdered Tenko or why. Was there a reasoning behind it? What was the motive? If this person thought that somehow this was going to benefit everyone, apparently what Monokuma's saying is no, actually it won't. It will not benefit anyone. I don't know. Well, the thing I would think of is you kill Angie and then you get someone else, or you murder Tenko to try to get the trail off of you? I don't know, man. Jeremy, tomorrow I'm calling my mom on the phone, and that's it. I mean, she lives on the East Coast. There's nothing else I could do, man. All right, well, let's see what happens here.
Father!
Boy, everything is going so smoothly now that Father's running things again. Leader's got to be able to make decisive action, and decision is just the worst.
Daddy!
Daddy, you're glowing like a lamp. Monodam is not happy. There's nothing better than being praised by my cute cubs. There's nothing better than spending time with my cute cubs. For as long as you live, we will never let any of you go. You just left us behind while he was saying you never let us go.
How nice!
That's why it's so amazing. Please lick me some more, Daddy. Ugh. All right, get out of here.
Farewell!
Look who stayed behind. He's not happy. He's definitely not happy that Monokuma is back. Fears and Dreams is to me $6.66. That is currently the top contribution of the stream. Thank you, Fears and Dreams. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. And then, Barrel Shroud to me $5. Said, loving Resident Evil 8. Maybe you can remap your crouch button so it doesn't mess while you shoot. Anyway, awesome playthrough. What's funny is, yeah, the haptic feedback, I had the same issue with Call of Duty. The haptic feedback in the game is so good that it actually makes my hand, like, tense up and squeeze more than it probably should or does in any other games that don't use haptic feedback. And I keep accidentally crouching when I'm shooting. It's pretty silly. Many times that I was firing at someone's head, and all of a sudden my aim goes to their balls. I mean that. Then again, I say their balls. I think everyone today I shot was female. But anyway, you get the gist of what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Again, it seems to only be games with haptic feedback that I have that issue. Call of Duty, when I turned off the haptic feedback, it almost completely stopped happening. I never got accidental melee. Now, I'm getting accidental crouch because it's the same exact input. What I think it is, I do feel that the right thumbstick of the PlayStation 5 is more sensitive than it should be. And on top of that, the haptic feedback makes you think like you're touching it when you're not. So I think it's a combination of factors. I do. What I will say is the haptic feedback is pretty damn good in Resident Evil 5. Even though Resident Evil 5 is not a console-exclusive game, it uses a lot of haptic feedback. Every weapon you use feels completely different with the triggers, which is really neat. So, okay. Hello, Huli. It's doing good. Thank you for asking. Let's continue now. So, to make sense of all that, if both murders have been different culprits, then our vote will determine Angie's killer. Nope. But we don't even know if there's a different culprit, do we?
Let's see.
True, we should investigate Tenko's death as well, just in case.
How exciting!
Finally, things are heating up. I'm getting so excited.
Piece of shit!
You fucking psycho.
Shuichi!
Shuichi, this is bad.
Huh?
Huh? This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tenko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused, and I'm in no shape to help right now.
But you know,
This is where you need to step up.
listen up.
Listen, Shuichi, the impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, let's get the Monokuma file first. So, the victim is Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. The body was found in the middle of the empty room on the 4th floor. Time of death, 11 a.m. Right, we were here. We were here for it. The only visible injury is a stab wound to the back of the neck. Again, a stab wound to the back of the neck. Do you see this? Second time in a row. Now, what is causing this stab wound to the back of the neck? It seems like Angie was performing this ritual and got stabbed in the back of the neck. Then, now this is happening. Now, here's the thing. We now know that sword that we found in the artist's studio with Angie cannot be the murder weapon. Reason being, the sword was not in here when Tenko died, yet Tenko died in exactly the same manner. It's something to do with this stupid ritual. Maybe there's some trick to it. Maybe there's actually a blade hidden inside of that statue and it sticks out and hits you in the back of the neck when you're in position. I don't see how someone could have come up. You can see it's hollow underneath, right? I don't see how someone could have pushed Tenko into a blade. Maybe maybe she was there crouched in position and someone pushes the board up and there's a blade already up there and it goes and hits him in the neck. Because there's definitely wasn't enough room. You saw how crunched she was inside of that cage when the seance was going on. There's no way someone came out through that floorboard and stabbed her, had room to do it, and then slipped back in. No, there's no way that happened. Unless we're supposed to really, really suspend our disbelief with this one, I don't think that that's going to be the solution. I think that it was something to do with this seance is screwed up. The whole thing is a setup to murder people, but people don't realize it. Yeah, they think it's a real seance, but it's not. So I'm calling bullshit. Now, here's the other thing, too, all right? Here's the other thing. What's his name? I always forget this fucking guy's name. The weirdo who dresses up like that. No wonder I can't say his name. Korakio Shinjuji, all right? This guy, who's supposed to be the cultural expert, he said that he was an expert in this ritual, that he had memorized the entire ritual from start to finish and didn't even need the book to know how to perform it. He knew it so well. He even knew the song to sing perfectly, right? If this is the case, if he knew the entire thing, and if this ritual actually is not a seance, but instead it's a sacrificial ritual, he's the killer. Even if he didn't kill the person, he's responsible because he knew the whole ritual, how it went down. Maybe this really isn't a seance. Maybe it's meant to kill people. And he knew that, but he fooled everyone into thinking that it actually was a seance. And then he now killed 2 different people with it. Right? Maybe. This is all what ifs. I'm trying to deduce in my head exactly what happened here. And I'm very suspect of this guy right now. I think that Korakio knew what was going to happen with this seance and that it wasn't really a seance. And I think that right now, he is suspect right now. He is my #1 candidate for murdering both of these women. Alright, I'm probably completely wrong. But anyway, it's always fun to speculate, right? What was the loud noise during the seance, said Meg from Meg? Probably the floorboard pushing up and pushing the person into the top of the cage. And like I'm saying, what I'm thinking is, when you put that heavy statue on top of the cage, there's a blade or something that depresses out of it. And then all you got to do is push the person up from underneath and boop, gets them right in the back of the neck. They're dead. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Okay? All right. So that's that. Let's now continue. So the only visible injury is that stab wound to the back of the neck, exactly like Angie. See? Stab wound on her neck, the same as Angie's causes that. It doesn't look like a coincidence. Maybe it's Angie's curse. Curse?
Jeez.
God, not again. Curse! How's Jasper? Jasper's good. Jasper was downstairs on the couch relaxing with Kat when I came upstairs. He was all snuggled up into the pillows on the couch. So. Alright, hey! What, curse?
Kaito, calm down. No way there's a curse! Don't screw around!
You're the one who's screwing around. Do you want to die?
A dull sound reverberated through the room. She probably punched him right in the face or in the nuts or something. Fears and Dreams to me, $1.30 said, in the spirit of the game, what's your favorite murder mystery thriller movie? Personally, mine is Zodiac with Jake Gyllenhaal and Robert Downey Jr. Zodiac is a great movie. Like, I haven't seen it in a while, and now that you said that, I might want to watch it soon. Because I watched that movie. First time I ever watched it, I was on an incredibly long flight across the country for a Street Fighter tournament, and I was flying by myself. And I sat there. Back then when it was a new movie, there were no smartphones that could play full movies or anything like that. So I was sitting there with a portable DVD player, and I watched the whole thing. Dude, the flight went by in the blink of an eye. It was like the flight was over. I was like, what? Huh? The movie was so riveting. I missed everything. I wasn't paying any attention to where we were or ended nothing. I was like fixated on watching that movie. That movie was exceptionally good. There's a lot. Jake Gyllenhaal is in a lot of thrillers. He was in that other one, Nightcrawler, and he was in a few others too. So he's like, right now, he's like the king, one of the kings of thrillers when it comes to cinema. Dude, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head any favorite thriller movies. I know there's been so many over the years. I remember one that was really good back in the day, Minority Report. Remember that one with Tom Cruise? That was a really good one. I love murder mysteries, or I love just mysteries in general, like that, thrillers. Okay, anyway, let's continue. Here we go.
Are you okay?
Kaito, are you okay?
My bad.
My bad, Shuichi. I'm starting to feel bad, but for a different reason. I'm gonna get some fresh air, so I'll leave this to you and Maki roll. He's bleeding. She punched him right in the face. He's bleeding now. Kind of left the room still a bit wobbly. Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
That's correct.
True, we haven't the time to mourn Tenko's death as our own lives are at risk.
This is...
That's true, but Angie and then Tenko. And to think earlier I was suspicious of Tenko. Oh, really? In Star Room says, Minority Report was actually supposed to be a sequel to Total Recall and script writing. The mutants on Mars with their psychic powers would have been in it. What the hell? Anyway, I'm sorry, Tenko.
How can this be?
It all Gonta's fault. Gonta failed to protect friends again. Tenko's death caught us all off guard. Everyone's panicking. I have to keep it together. I have to work harder. Because I'm a detective. Alright, so I'm going to investigate this one.
Well...
I'm just going to go ahead and ban this idiot. Account created yesterday. Yeah, okay. Goodbye. Alright. I did see a scanner darkly, but I don't remember it at all. That was back in my college days. I had to watch it for a class that I had. Okay, it's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we want to. Gotta bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay?
No.
No, that won't be necessary.
Ah.
That's not necessary at all. Why not?
Listen up!
Show him, Kibo. Show him your new power. New power?
His eyes lit up! I, Mui Iruma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
Just leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
Shine on, shine on! Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond!
You know, we actually haven't heard much of Miu's voice acting in the game. Even her voice is fucking obnoxious. Everything about this character I hate. This is the antithesis of a character that I'm interested in. Seriously. I hate it.
Oh, man.
Man, what a lame function. Should have made him like a transformer or something.
It's okay.
But it's bright now, so we should hurry and investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Kibo's flashlight function has been added to the truth bullet section of the monopad. Okay. White claw. Excuse me. It's the white sheet used in the seance. Yep. This was placed on top of the cage. Kyo is the one who removed it. See, I almost get the feeling... So there's Tenko. I get the feeling that the statue itself somehow has a blade underneath. And when you put the statue down in the right position, the blade depresses out or comes out. And then someone from underneath pushed the board up and pushed her into the knife. And that's how she got killed. That's what I think.
Is this...
This cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. And on the back, there's a blood stain right around the middle of the sheet. But no hole in the fabric. Which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through the cloth. Right. We don't think... Wait. She wasn't stabbed through the cloth. Then the knife could not have come from the statue. But then how did a blood stain get on the cloth? There had to have been contact with the wound for blood, unless it was squirted. I don't think the blood would have like shot out of her neck if someone stabbed it from behind. Man, this is tricky. So a knife could not have come from the statue then, because it would have had a hole in the claw.
Okay.
She was stabbed underneath the claw. White sheet. Okay. Ruined magic circle. It's the magic circle Kyo drew on the floor, at least it was.
Oh dear.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well...
Was this drawn with salt?
Yes.
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
What?
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous? I performed many successful seances. Why have even had spirits enter my butt?
Right already.
Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusion. Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
But
In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written on a Cage Dog Village document.
Hey,
Isn't that right, Kyo? He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense. Alright, so Magic Circle Core Q Drew. Added to 2 points. Shout out to Joyful Oblivion, who just hit me $6.66. Thank you very much, Joyful Oblivion. I guess you really like that animation, huh? I know, I like that 666 animation, too. Thank you for that contribution, sir. Oops. Help if I have my hand on the home row keys. You're tied for top contributor, so I can't get you there because Fears of Dreams already tipped that, but thank you for that. You're up to $24 in tips tonight so far. Thank you, everyone, for the early support. Okay. Alright, obviously we're gonna look at the body, right? So first thing I want to look at is that crooked floorboard. The floorboard's loose, and there's one right under Tenko. Why is the floorboard loose? It wasn't like this before. It must have been come loose during the seance.
why?
Why would it come loose during that seance?
But-
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Someone must have loosened it on purpose. Yep. Yep. Huh. Okay. Tenko's dead body, she took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound to the back of her neck. The wound's fatal. She must have been caused instant death. I didn't hear her scream during that seance. Oh, wait. Understood, I will not say a word until the seance is over. Would Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain?
Nope.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
Huh?
What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience?
That's obvious.
Of course, quick deaths are my specialty. Ew, that's creepy. Well, then that makes sense.
By the way,
The real question is, what is she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. You're right, I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue. Okay. The marker stone. There's a rock against Tenko's body. It must be. Please rest your forehead upon this marker stone I placed here. It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work? Okay. Certainly it is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon. Like this. Tenko had her forehead on this rock. Sorry, guys. Ugh. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Tenko had her forehead on this rock hunched over. She had to make herself fall to fit inside the cage. Marker stone added to your truth bullet section of your monopad. I'm not bored, by the way. I'm just joking around. Sometimes at night, I tend to get a little bit yawny. Depends on the day, what I've been doing. In particular, a little tired today. I didn't get breakfast today either. So, alright. The iron cage itself. This is the cage using the seance. Looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. Not very high. You know, hold on. So I'm 6 feet tall. Well, excuse me. I'm 5'11". Let's not be off by an inch and have someone call me out on that. Okay, I'm 5'11". So that cage would be, I would say, about this high off the ground. Yeah, probably about that high. A little bit taller than this chair. Alright. And 5 feet is really big when you think about it. A 5-foot radius would be like from way over here to way over here. Like that would be 5 feet. So around it's pretty damn big, but it's not very high. Yeah. Like, there would definitely be room to crouch over and move a little bit side to side in there, but only 3 feet high. There wouldn't be a lot of room to, like, if you're crouched over like this, to stand up. You'd basically kind of be stuck in there. Okay. And it's probably important to know this, okay? Alright. It's a pretty large iron cage.
Okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside. No shit. We had one. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We're supposed to remove it as well. Okay. It was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first. Oh yeah, Turtle says he got this shirt off of my Teespring. I know, I like this shirt. This is they call it the graffiti shirt. It's all my mannerisms and sayings from over the years. All put together into one shirt. And actually, I found out depending on what size shirt you get, it actually looks a little better. Like this particular size, I don't think it worked very well, but people are saying if you get like an extra large, it actually ends up looking really good. This is just a large, so. Okay. It was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage.
Hey,
Look at this.
is this...
A blood stain on the bottom of the cage, probably Tenko's blood, yeah?
That's true.
I imagine so. The splatter must have been made when she was
What
killed.
do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage.
Okay.
I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance. When the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
Then...
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this blood stain, right?
Huh?
Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. That's a possibility. Alright, I think we got everything there. What the... Oh, the statue. Yeah, we gotta look at the statue. I get the feeling that this statue has something important here, right? Hold on a second. Sammy 6969 has to be $4.20. It says, "How are you doing today? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I hope you can appreciate this dollar tip." It's not. It's $4.20. Okay. Any update on when we can start seeing multi-streams on YouTube and Twitch? Don't mean to pry too much. I'm just curious. I really would like to prefer to stay all on Twitch. Okay. If I go to YouTube, it's going to be a big difference because I'm gonna have to find a way to have a moderation of the YouTube chat. All right, because the thing is, if I don't moderate the YouTube chat, I could get in trouble for things that are said and done in that chat, and obviously I don't want it to negatively affect my YouTube channel. So what would have to happen is, even if I dual stream, I have to find a way to moderate both. Right now, I don't think that I'm well equipped to do that. Okay, I just don't think so. So what I want to do is get through this next week, get through the Mass Effect marathon, hopefully get past the hurdle of, oh my god, the mid-month bills are coming and I'm gonna get screwed, I can't afford them. Let's get past all of that. All right, once we get past all of that, then for the second half of this month, when things are more calm, then I can say, all right, we've been on Twitch for a half of the month here. What do you guys think? Is it worth it to stay? Should I try to dual stream? Should I completely abandon Twitch and go to YouTube? Let's see what happens, all right? Because I don't want to make, like I've told you guys, I don't want to make a knee-jerk reaction and go over there and now all of a sudden, man, I should have stayed on Twitch. You see, I just want to take it slow. And this week is very important that everything is according to plan, especially with the Resident Evil playthrough, with this very important marathon coming up. All this has to go without a hitch, essentially. So I need to have it go without a hitch. And once all that's done, then we can sit down and we can say, here's what we want to do. All right? Okay, good. Now, the wooden dog statue that was used in the seance, it's called the Dog God. During the seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy. Kyo said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls.
What?
What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman beside your mother? What?
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. Anyway,
Is this...
if this everything was on top of the cage, Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out so easily. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. That didn't sound like you were kidding earlier. Alright, we got the dog statue added. So, the one piece of this puzzle we haven't figured out is pretty simple. How did someone get stabbed in the back of the neck, alright, and die from it, but there's no piercing wound through the sheet? because that means it couldn't have come from the statue. The statue was on top of the sheet. And how on earth could they have gotten stabbed in the back of the neck if they were inside this tiny cage, right? Except for the floorboard. We know the floorboard moves. Maybe, so I was surmising at first, maybe someone pushed them up into the blade. But there's no way the blade could have been above them because the sheet then would have a hole in it. So maybe, then, someone is pulling the floorboard downward into the floor, stabbing them quickly, and then pushing the floorboard back up. I mean, that would take a lot of strength to do, because you need to be able to drop it perfectly while the person's still on it, stab them, and then take that basically now limp body and push the whole board back above your head into place on the floor. This is a tricky one. This is a very tricky one to figure out how they pulled this off. Right now, I can't figure it out. Carlton Jr. has sent me $4.20 and says, crazy how no one's suspicious of Kyo from the get-go, considering she's dressed like a Nazi. She's not dressed like a Nazi. What are you oh, you mean the guy. No, my bad. I was thinking Maki in my head. I mean, he is dressed weird. He's weird, like a real weird, like, pseudo-military uniform. Right? And he wears that mask. Like, there's a lot of weird things to him that people would say he looks suspicious. I don't necessarily think that every military uniform looks like a Nazi, but I understand what you're saying. Like, he does look kind of odd out, right? He's definitely the oddball of the group so far. So, okay, thank you for the tip. Up to $32 tips tonight now. Thank you. Okay, what about the candles? Candles hung on the walls. They're the only source of light in the room. There's no windows in the room without candles. It's pitch black. How did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness? Wait a minute. How did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness? Because the culprit has glowing eyes. The culprit is Kibo. Kibo, during the seance, used the hole in the corner of the room to go under the floor. He used his light-up eyes to see, and they didn't notice it because the whole thing was covered with a thick blackout white tarp. So it contained his eye beams inside of the tarp. They couldn't see it. Now the question is, what did Kibo use to kill Tenko? That I don't know. But I'm 100% now saying it was either Kibo or it was Kyo, because Kyo knew how the seance was supposed to go, and Kibo's the only one who could see in the dark because he could have been under the floorboards with his light eyes. There you go. Yeah. All right, Kibo.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. I'll become the guiding light that shines on you all. Okay, what's left? What am I missing? Candles hung on the walls. They're the only source of light. There's no windows. How'd the culprit kill Tenko in darkness? We already said that. What did I miss? I missed something. Okay, the magic circle with salt. Oh, the hole in the corner. Yeah. Can't forget that. That's important, man. Oh, is there a copycat account? Is there a copycat account? Come on. Hold on a second here. Oh, Only Ice Coffee got the duplicate. I was about to get it, but Only Ice Coffee got it. Good. Okay. There's a small opening in the corner of the room. Doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still. A hole. Looks like there's a space under here, too. Hold on. I can see something below. Looks like something dropped down there. Something dropped? After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves? Okay. Let's do it. Hole in the corner. Aha. There's still something else. The body again? Did I miss something at the body? I don't think I see anything. What did I miss? I don't know. I don't know, man. What am I missing? The monitors? No. I don't know. I can't find. How was dinner? Dinner was good. Dinner was good. Nothing special. What am I missing? I can't find it. I don't know what to do, man.
That cannot be.
Why did this?
I knew it.
Yo, I know the murder was pretty shocking.
But of course.
Of course I'm shocked about that as well, but why did the seance fail? We performed all the steps flawlessly. I seem more concerned by that than the murder.
Yes.
If I performed the cage child again and summoned Tenko spirit this time... Cut the crap. Tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present. Did he get killed during the seance? Or did she get killed during the seance?
I see.
True,
yes.
it may be best to move past what happened to know why the seance failed.
That's so.
Whatever, just hurry. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko the spiritual medium. Right. Position yourself as a turtle within the center of the magic circle. Her head touched the marker stone. Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. After that, I placed a white cloth over the cage. All four of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles. Alright.
Yes.
Finally, we all sang the Cage Child song, but the seance should have been complete. But, now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. What could that sound have been? It's a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps. That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows something. Then what happened?
Yes.
Well, we called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. Then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, the four of us removed the dog god statue. Then I took off the white cloth. Himiko ran over to the cage at the moment she lifted it. It sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance, but would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes? When was she killed?
Well,
That is a problem.
Yes.
There's another problem. That is, why ever did the seance fail? I can't figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner. Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Obviously, since the seance was clearly a sham. Maki is never one to pull her punches. The sound during the seance was added. Okay.
Hey.
We finished investigating. Perhaps we should go check under the floor now.
By the way,
Seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for light?
That's true.
Let's bring a candle with Kibo's light from up here. That should be fine.
okay.
I'll go get a candle, remove that floorboard so we can go down. Okay. Alright. What are we going to find down there? I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Look around for clues. I would look pretty stupid if we found no clues that they're crawling around in this dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, obviously we got a blood trail. What is this over here? A bloody sickle? What? There's a sickle. There's blood all over it. The blood of the sickle's fresh. This is the murder weapon. What the hell? This came from my research lab.
Huh?
It did?
Well,
A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes, too.
Well,
She was attacked with this. She wouldn't stand a chance. The blade's about 6 inches long.
that's right.
Yeah. And since Tenko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself. That's true. She was just stuck there while they, you know, basically no self-defense at all. Oh, shout out to Mr. Minecraftish One. And he took me $10. Said, sorry, Agent Mr. Minecraftish One. Didn't realize you were here. Wait a minute. Agent Mr. Minecraftish One works, never looks this way. And I'm Agent Mr. Minecraftish One. Okay. Don't know what the hell that was supposed to mean. But thank you, Mr. Minecraftish One, for a $10 tip. And in fact, that is the top tip of the night. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. And that jumps us up to $42 in tips tonight. We're almost at the Gunner Glasses goal, guys, at 50 bucks. Thank you for that, guys, for the support here. All right. That's right. Jack Lee says the sickle will rule out your theory about a hidden blade. And like I said, it couldn't have worked. There couldn't have been a hidden blade because it would have went through the tarp. So that definitely means that somehow this blade was used while inside the cage, or as I suspected, there's a way to drop this board down to the floor, zoop sickle, and then lift it right back up. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe. Okay.
but
Even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps of the cage, but could it reach her neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab it, at it with a 6-inch blade, it would depend on Tenko's posture. I don't think it's impossible. Her posture is the question.
Hey.
If the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
that's true.
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Just ran out of water. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible. Sickle under the floor added to the truth bullets. Alright. Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood is definitely Tenko's. What's that? Dried blood. There's a blood stain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. Aha! How much do you want to bet? One blood stain is Angie, and the other one is Tenko. That's pretty far from where Tenko's blood's dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here?
Hey,
The back of the floorboard has blood on it, too.
Ah,
You're right, there's a little bit of blood on the underside of the floorboard.
what do you mean?
Did Tenko's blood splatter here when she got
that's
killed?
true.
I wonder, I can't really be sure yet.
Okay,
These these blood stains. Why are you saying up stains? These blood stains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these are dry. Yeah, here's what I'm surmising. This exact same setup was used to kill Angie. It worked. But then there was blood that stained the wood she was dying on. So, the killer flipped the floorboard over to hide the blood that was there. So if they did this a second time, no one would see the blood already there and suspect that something foul had happened in the room. You see that? I think that it was there and said flip, just flipped it and put it right back in place. That's what I think happened here. That's what I'm going with. But I won't know until I get more water. So give me a second, guys. I'm just going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I need water. Okay. Water obtained. Very nice. Alright, let's continue. Oh, would you look at that? While I was out getting water, Willie McWhalington tipped me $40 million on the stream. That's unprecedented top tip of all time. Thank you very much. Let's get you on the leaderboard. Yeah, right. Okay. Let's continue. All right. Loose floorboard has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your mana pad. Okay, cut cross piece. Look, part of the cross piece that supports the floorboard is cut off here.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width too. From what I can see of it,
That's true.
it wasn't broken off naturally, it was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is why? Another cross piece is supporting the floorboard. It might not fall if this portion is missing.
Then
What purpose did this serve? The floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose and the cross piece supporting has been cut. But the culprit did all this, why? Alright. Music is groovy. Some of the wood has corroded and is broken off so you can see into the next room.
hey,
This is the wall, the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part is rotted away. Looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But it can get into the next room through there.
that's true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did all right because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black. Well, we know what happened. It's gotta be Kibo. That might make it impossible to move around in there.
Nope.
Then they could have used a light like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
True. Use the light to move around under the floor. Is that possible? I think we finished investigating here. All right.
Is that all right?
Maki, you want to head back up? Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all the dust. Oh, me too. These allergies. All day my throat has had this stupid annoying tickle, and I clear it, and then it comes back, and now my throat is seriously all worn out now. You know, sometimes if you cough too much or you clear your throat too much, you can almost taste like blood. Oh, it's bad. Because I started this morning. When I woke up this morning, my allergies hit me so bad, I coughed for like 5 minutes. I couldn't control it. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. The stupid fucking allergies is so bad. And then, of course, I took an allergy pill, and it almost completely went away. It went down to like only a little ongoing tickle. It fucking sucks. But again, only when I have bad allergies do I get that kind of a symptom. It's just like, if you have bad allergies, you blow your nose too much, it bleeds too. It's kind of the same thing. No, I'm not coughing up blood, Jackalese. I'm not coughing up blood. Basically, if you have an irritated throat, this happens. This happened to me many times in my life, where if I have a very irritated throat and I cough too much, then it starts to feel really sore, and then sometimes you can even taste blood a little bit. Because you're tearing all of the skin and shit in your throat. Not skin, but you know what I mean. All the membranes in your throat from coughing so much. And I like I said this morning when I woke up, it was like, ugh. And now all day, I keep clearing it, keep clearing it, keep clearing it. Like, fuck, I'm tired of clearing my fucking throat. Sucks. Maybe it's a thing because of my post-nasal drip. Because my post-nasal drip, it makes it worse. It compounds it, you know? But the same thing, like when my sinuses are really bad, if I keep blowing my nose, I get blood too in my nose. Like, oh, I blew it too much. Now I busted my fucking membrane in there, you know? Local Nomad, yes, we do change the air filter in our home. The thing is, the air filter only works when the heat is on and the heat's not on anymore. We don't actually turn on our circulation system because it doesn't do anything during warmer months. It doesn't have cooling factor. I mean, it will move some stale air around, but that's about it. So usually we only have it on for the winter. And we had air filtration nicely in the winter, but now there's really no point to even doing it anymore. Ugh. Okay. Mr. Minecraftish one to me another $1.30. He says, you can... What? What the fuck? Mr. Minecraftish one I think is high as hell. He combined a bunch of stuff. He's talking about live bullets, Kibo's flashlight function, drawbacks. There's a theory Kyo will have. Mind mine, hidden Monokuma location. I am loquacious pussy juice. Alright, let's continue. Return to our investigation.
By the way,
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise?
Huh?
What do you mean?
because
If Angie and Tango have different killers, the blacken we need to vote for is the culprit for the first murder, the one who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
then
Instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's? Yes, of course.
But
But this is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I need to reveal the truth of both of their deaths. Well, I understand why you feel that way, but if you're planning on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry. See, my take is we need to go next door. We need to go next door because it looks like someone crawled in from the side room. When I came to the hallway, a scene more surprising than I could ever imagine unfolded. What? 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 You son of a fucking bitch. You fucking motherfucker. You piece of shit. You fucking fooled me. Oh, man. That fucking asshole got me. I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead. You son of a bitch. I would kick him right in his nuts and throw him down the fucking hallway if he did that in real life. So, did I surprise you? You were going to scream and cry in terror? What are you doing? Sorry, just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. This is real blood. What are you doing? I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. Then suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard. You stepped through a floorboard? Jeez, that got me good. Because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
got a minute?
If you're going to lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything. Sorry, my bad. There's no crosspiece supporting the floorboard, so I kind of slipped through it. We know that. We know that the crosspieces are fucked up. Well, bad luck. The crosspiece was gone. Does that mean... Oh, no. Come on. We're not... Wait, what? Huh?
Confidence, dreams. That's what the killing game is all about. Killing game fans, hold your head high and watch with your own two eyes. Baseball, soccer, mobile games, they're all nothing compared to the killing game. The killing game just can't be beat.
Oh, my God. What you talking
Behold,
about?
students, the entrance to the trial grounds.
We didn't have nearly enough time to investigate, man. What? I guess time's up. We had, like, no time to investigate. That's bullshit. Man, it's because of you guys I didn't have enough time to check something.
Huh?
What were you trying to check?
See?
I wanted to re-research the seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately, I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Kyo perfectly reenacted the seance as was written in the document. He drew his magic circle the same exact way as in the picture. Not only that, he used the same exact tools, too. Nothing suspicious about the whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. Oh, man. At the class trial, so see you there. So, what he's saying is, in the other room, the floorboard's loose. So he stepped in there and fell through, cracked his head open. So it could be a similar situation where you're sitting there in this for the seance, all of a sudden the floorboard gives out, you fall in, you get stabbed in the head with a sickle? I don't know. That doesn't seem to make sense. If you fall in from the floor, you fall downward. How could a sickle get you in the back of the head? Right? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know, man. I have some ideas. Like I said, I definitely think Kibo is involved because Kibo could have used his eyes under the floor to see, and then underneath the seance tarp, there's no way anyone would have been able to see the light there, so maybe Kibo snuck in, or maybe Kibo pulled them down, zoop, and then pushed them back up. I don't know. But I'm at least, I gotta say, I think Kibo was involved. I do suspect Kyo being involved to some extent because he's the one who mastered the seance and he knew the ins and outs of the seance and how things would be positioned. So, okay. So Kokichi left the blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit. Bloody Kokichi added to the truth bullet section of the monopad. Let's go too.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. Is Maki nervous? I see even she gets nervous sometimes.
You wanna die?
What are you staring at? Do you want to die? Now, wait a minute. Yeah, they won't let me look at anything else. They're gonna make me go right to the Shrine of Judgment, huh? Well, we never found the final hidden Monokuma. They're not gonna let us go into any rooms, but perhaps the hidden Monokuma is somewhere along the way. Alright. The music is picked up in a big way. With the scuba-dooba-doo and a scuba-doo-boo. And for some reason, chat is incredibly quiet right now. I don't know why. No one in chat is talking. Apparently, everyone collectively fell asleep watching this stream, and no one is chatting at all. Everyone's keyboard shorted out at exactly the same time. Their cell phone device batteries melted in their hands, and no one can speak. That's amazing. Kermit the Frog says, well, everyone's banned. You banned everyone. That's absolutely not true. And because of that slander, I'm going to ban you right now. Funny how that works. Okay. Okay. Plus, F5 says I'm driving. If you're driving, you totally should not be fucking chatting on a stream. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Totally Togo says the final hidden Monokuma will actually be hidden in one of the minigames of the trial. I'll have to give it a shot. Shelgoth, I think you've been living under a rock. I've been playing Resident Evil Village for the last 2 days, and I'm playing it again tomorrow. You say, well, am I playing the new Resident Evil? Absolutely not. Alright. I think we're good. To start the trial. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Stupid yawn. Okay. Well, here we are. Those of us who are left.
Oh, dear.
It would appear we've all of us have gathered, but there seems to be less and less of us.
Oh.
That's right. Matsumoto, this game is mostly cutscenes and reading. There's a little bit of gameplay. Every once in a while you have to make a choice or decision. There's mini games during this trial coming up. And, you know, clicking on things, investigating. But mostly, it's a story simulator. They call it a narrative-based game, you know, visual novel. So. Less friends mean it that much harder to solve the mystery.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gonta. Yeah, Gonta do his best to help. I want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level.
What?
What's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaito? Yeah, I'm feeling better now, but wow, Maki Roll sure does pack a punch.
I don't know.
It's your fault. You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far.
That being said,
I know it's a tall order to try to use your brains this time, so I don't have to use mine.
booyah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable. Atua, please lend us your power. Oh, not that shit again. Come on, Angie passed away. We don't have to keep bringing up Atua now.
But
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, who Atua loved most of all.
well, you know.
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. Seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also.
So what? Robots can believe in God.
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in
Got a
trouble.
minute?
How long are you going to say that for? Atua and Ghost don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, the trial this time is going to be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
Oh, right already.
No, he didn't. Yeah, there's no way. Ugh.
Hey, so
Shuichi, say something.
Huh?
What would I say? Alright. I guess this is a good opportunity to save up. And then we're going to head to the trial. I guess we're going to have about an hour of the trial tonight, guys. So that's good. We'll get started with the trial. Of course, we're not going to get any determinations. Maybe a few little facts here or there. But I really doubt that we're going to get to the bottom of things. We'll probably have to do another... another session in order to finish it up, right? So... Alright, very nice.